kumama dije kumama ndili yako dije kumama dije kumama
Please rise for the academic procession.
Good morning. It's a happy day. It's a celebration. Good morning. I was so happy when I saw 2.5 rows of blue gowns here, and then you greet me, good morning. I declare this congregation of the University of the Western Cape duly constituted.
The national anthem will be led by Ms. Kaylin Williams, soloist for the University of the Western Cape Performing Arts. The national anthem can be found on page 11 of your program. Please be seated. The university respects and recognizes all faiths, and in an effort to respect the major faiths observed by the University of the Western Cape community, we have arranged for a spiritual leader from each of these to lead us in prayer on a rotational basis. This morning, we will be led in prayer by Mr. Roderick George.
Good morning. Let us pray. Almighty God, we extol your greatness. We thank you for this day, and we thank you for the power of this moment. There are some who never thought that this day would be possible, and that a dream that started somewhere in their hearts would germinate, and that it would blossom to eventually come to fruition. Today is that day. It is in this moment that we silently reflect and we express our gratitude to you for the grace that you have shown to these graduates, their families, and the respective partners. For some, this has been an arduous journey, coupled with a myriad of challenges as well as opportunities. We thank you that when resources were lacking, you provided in unimaginable ways. When the mountain of mental complexities seemed insurmountable, you provided comfort to their weary souls. when studying often became a lonely road and the academic pressure were at boiling point, you provided solace and became their trusted friend. But we are not merely grateful for the past and the present. We are also grateful for the prospect of the future. While these graduates step into a world where wars are raging, where people are marginalized, where communities are often debilitated due to poverty, crime, and unemployment, we pray that they would find opportunities to be great ambassadors of the University of the Western Cape. May they be the ones extending a hand to those who need to be uplifted in society. May they create opportunities for others, just as they were afforded this opportunity. May they thrive on the global stage as they live with purpose, and may they make an indelible mark that cannot be erased. May they prosper, may they be bearers of light, and may they embody the ethos of this institution. Now we pray that you would be glorified through our jubilation, through our singing and our chants. May you even be glorified in the reading of the citations, and may you receive our gratitude as the name of each graduate is read and as they make their way across the stage. Moreover, we pray that you will bless this graduation ceremony as well as everyone who will participate in it. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
I now call upon the acting president of the SRC, Mr. Siyabonga Sigudla, to address you.
Yes, Council Sonom, acting DSC, us, acting DSG, members of the executive management, deans and academics, the least cared about outsourced workers of UWC who keep most of the people on this stage safe and their offices clean every day, despite the lack of and the will to insource them. As a result, these people will retire without a pension fund. To you, I also pass my greetings as someone who is unashamedly in solidarity with you and your fight against capital. Graduates and guests, allow me to say revolutionary greeting. I'd request that we all stand up and observe a short moment of silence in honor and remembrance of one of our first-year students, passed away in July this year, Unathi Khak. Let us observe this moment of silence in honor of our brothers and sisters from Palestine, the DRC, Sudan, Western Sahara, Eswatini, and many other people of the world who are fighting oppression and have lost their lives as a result of such oppression. Let's observe the moment of silence for their resilience and fight to be freed from the shackles of oppression. Let us observe the moment of silence for their indomitable will to fight the injustices of this world. Please stand and observe the moment of silence. Thank you. You may all be seated. Vice Chancellor, the late Nkgopotse Tiro was the president of the SRC in the former University of the North in 1972. He was expelled from that university for his commentary on the anomalies of Bantu education during a commencement of graduation ceremony. It is for this reason that the SRC will always appreciate the opportunity to address graduation ceremonies, as this serves as not just an opportunity to wish our graduates well in their future endeavors, but to also provide independent and critical commentary on the state of affairs in our country and our university. We can only hope that the university will never be run by individuals who will target and expel us for taking this opportunity to comment on all the injustices that our students face on a daily basis. Now, to my brothers and sisters seated here, we've struggled and toiled together to arrive here. Some of you have had to acknowledge debt just so that you can walk this stage. Some of you will walk out of this university only to pay that debt little by little as the years go. Some of you will walk out of this university without any sense of accomplishment because this university took away from you more than it ever gave you. We've struggled together. We've protested on this campus together. We've been pepper sprayed and we've been sprayed with water cannons and shot with rubber bullets, all in the name of education. Konke lokhu sikubekezela ngoba sifuna abazali bethu baziqhenye ngathi. You've come this far even though your struggle in off-campus private accommodation facilities were not in private accommodation facilities that are not fit for human occupation. We've come this far even though whenever you needed help the most and your emotional and mental well-being could no longer take the toll, you were told to wait for an appointment which would take place 2 months later. You've come this far despite the fact that whenever you complained about your safety and security, they gave you umuntu wesifazane omnyama to answer your questions, despite the fact that the questions should have been answered by indoda who controls the resources and operations of this university. You've come this far even though you've been silenced whenever the activist inside of you was longing to speak out. You've come this far despite the fact that no one wanted to listen to you when you said that the Wi-Fi in your room at Res does not work. You've come this far even though no one wanted to prioritize your safety and well-being whenever you complained about an animal that calls itself a man, tormenting you and harassing you on campus every day. You've come this far even though every day your being as an African has been an unfair disadvantage against you. This is the story of your time at UWC. This is the story that many of you can relate to. The situation you found yourself in during your studies has never been mindful. It has never been demure. So, be proud of yourself. You've defied the odds. You've beaten the system, a system that hates you. This is the journey that you've traveled, a difficult one that still makes us question its worth when there are man-made and unnecessary hurdles that we are forced to jump every single day of our studies. Today, however, presents itself as an opportunity to reflect on the journey you've traveled and the difference that your qualification will make in your life. Many of you, like myself, who don't come from the richest of families and households, must feel very proud of yourselves. You must celebrate yourselves today because you have proven to be an inspiration to many. You have proven to be an inspiration to the child of African descent in Kokstad. You've proven to be an inspiration to the child of African descent in Mount Frere in the Eastern Cape. You've proven to be an inspiration to the child of African descent in the dusty streets of Zakheni in Mpumalanga. Vice Chancellor, one other individual that has defied the odds and has proven to be an inspiration is amongst these graduates. Despite the traumatic and harrowing experience of being an SRC member in this university, Inathi Kogela has triumphed. Allow me to take this moment and pass on a special message of congratulations to her, our gender and safety officer that has consistently championed the struggles of women on campus and the safety of all students. This SRC is today one more graduate richer, with 3 of our members graduating in a single year. This bears testament that when students went out in their numbers to cast their votes for us last year, they made no mistake. They elected individuals who do not just preach academic excellence, but walk the talk. When you celebrate this milestone, never forget those who gave you unwavering support in this journey. Never forget the communities that birthed and raised you. Never divorce yourself from their struggles, because just as your struggles as a student were community struggles were and remain student struggles. We have struggled and toiled together. We are fighting to shape a better society. The fight for spatial justice and the true liberation of our people does not end with that degree. Use that degree to eradicate poverty. Use that degree to deliver economic emancipation. Use that degree of yours to abolish the concentration camps the government of the day calls townships. Use that degree of yours to make a change. As you prepare to walk this stage, be proud and know that the pride and inspiration of the student community that this SRC is charged with leading is nobody else but you. So congratulations, and on behalf of all students of the university, I wish you nothing but the best in life. We are truly inspired. Thank you.
The Rector and Vice Chancellor, Professor Tyrone Pretorius, will now address the
Ushers, the university executive, deans of faculties, council members present, members of the SRC, UWC colleagues, distinguished guests, family, and friends, and most importantly, our graduates. Congratulations, class of 2024. Today is your day. It's a day of celebration as we recognize your achievements. Today, a total of 675 students will receive their degrees, diplomas, and certificates across 2 ceremonies. Get comfortable, because today, in this session, we will be conferring 37 doctorates, and that will take us some time. Additionally, 225 students will receive their undergraduate degrees, 75 will be awarded diplomas, 15 will receive certificates. At the postgraduate level, we will have 214 master's students and 60 honors graduates. Ms. van Staden, as we celebrate today, know that as a university community, we share in your grief. Your loss is our loss. At UWC, we often speak about the transformative power of education. Many of you may have heard your friends, your family, noticing changes in you, how you've grown, how your thinking has deepened, and how you have changed. Yet some of the most profound changes happen quickly, quietly, and often over a long period of time. And education at UWC is not only about gaining knowledge. Yes, you've attended lectures, you've completed assignments, you've engaged in debate, but it is more than that. It's about how these experiences have shaped you. You've been stretched and challenged, both intellectually and personally. Every class discussion, every group project, late night exam preparation has shaped you into the person you are today. Some changes are already clear. You've gained knowledge across various subjects, learned to navigate complex ideas, and you have made informed choices. You've also developed the ability to think critically and to listen to different perspectives. These skills will serve you well in the future. Yet the full impact of your life at UWC may take years to fully reveal itself. Your experience here was more about passing exams or earning a degree. It was about engaging with the world and thoughtfully addressing the challenges we all face. As UWC graduates, you are part of a legacy that goes far beyond education. It is a legacy deeply rooted in social transformation. As you may know, UWC was founded in 1959 during the darkest days of apartheid. It was placed on the outskirts of Cape Town, far from the Bellville CBD, and was labeled a bush college, intended to exclude and limit people of color. But UWC never allowed itself to be defined by these limitations. From the beginning, it has been a place of resilience and growth. Today, UWC stands as a symbol of hope, excellence, and transformation. UWC continues to excel across various fronts, from academic achievements to sport. This year, we earned multiple accolades at the prestigious National Science and Technology Awards, particularly in water sciences, astronomy, and nanoelectrochemistry. We have also expanded our global reach by strengthening our international partnerships with institutions such as Ghent, Missouri, and Utrecht University. In fact, this afternoon we will be conferring an honorary doctorate on the rector of Utrecht University. We've recently been inducted into the Matariki network of universities. In fact, it was in this month, Registrar. This network includes renowned institutions like Uppsala University in Sweden and Durham University in the UK. While our international reputations and networks grow, we remain rooted in place. In this regard, I'm proud of sharing with you our progress towards moving away from the spatial confines imposed on us during apartheid. Through deliberate strategies, our community and health sciences faculty now has a physical campus in the Bellville Central Business District. We have established an innovation hub in Parow and moved our Center for Humanities Research to a state-of-the-art facility in Greatmore Street, Woodstock. We established 2 community sites in Versantekraal and the Dwars River Valley. UWC is well on its way to being a truly multi-site campus and not only located at the main campus. On the sports front, we are immensely proud of our women's football team who successfully defended their varsity women's football title for the 3rd time. They've won the COSAFA qualifiers for the CAF Champions League in Malawi and will now represent UWC at the CAF tournament in Morocco. UWC truly the home of winners, not only in the academic project, but also on the sports field. I'd like to ask our captain, Bongeka Gameda, who is actually graduating today, to stand and be acknowledged. Bongeka, are you in the audience? We know you will do us proud in Morocco. Over the years, UWC has undergone extraordinary change. What started as an institution meant to enforce segregation has evolved into one of South Africa's leading universities. It is a place where new ideas are forged and futures are shaped. In much the same way that UWC has transformed, so have you, our graduates, during your time here. When reflecting on the transformation of UWC, I would like to pay tribute to our former Vice Chancellor, Professor Brian O'Connell, who sadly passed away last month. I truly stand on the shoulders of giants. Professor O'Connell believed UWC had a special role to play in South Africa. His bold vision helped transform our university from a struggling institution into a leading site of knowledge where students from diverse backgrounds could thrive. Professor O'Connell understood that transformation was not about super, but that it was about addressing the deep inequalities that still exist today. He often spoke about the two worlds that we navigate: the world of privilege and opportunity, and the world of struggle and disadvantage. His challenge to us all is to engage with both these worlds, and as graduates of UWC, act as a bridge between these two worlds. When you walk across the stage today, remember that graduation is the start of a new journey, and that your transformation will continue. As a UWC graduate, you become part of a legacy of resilience and hope. I encourage you to embrace your role in the ongoing story of transformation, knowing that you can make a difference to this world. To the parents and the guardians of our students, I salute you and I congratulate you on the excellent way in which you have discharged your responsibility to your children and to your charges. I thank you. An item in music will now be rendered by Ms. Kaylin Williams.
I pray you'll be our guide and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. Fire will find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars go out each night, beach so we'll find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child needs to find a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Till eternity, by your chest only know. Dentro che ci
So we finally arrived at the point in proceedings that you are all here for. All the other things was just preliminaries. So for your moment in the spotlight, now's the time to take out the comb, do the hair, the lipstick. Don't worry about the gown, because our staff from examinations and graduations will make sure your gown is straight and proper. Just look after yourself. By authority vested in me, I shall now admit the candidates who are presented to me, and the candidates who are not able to attend the ceremony, to degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the university.
Vice Chancellor, the candidate Saleh Ali Abdullabi will be introduced to you by Professor Mohammed.
A study titled Cohesion and Coherence in Ibrahim Al-Kawni's narrative discourse with special reference to Al-Bahth عن المكان الضائع. A text linguistic approach employs the frameworks of text linguistics with a particular focus on the concepts of cohesion and coherence defined by Debu Grande and Dressler, alongside principles from classical Arabic rhetoric. Through an analysis of these elements, the dissertation reveals how Al-Kawni's narrative style, characterized by a sophisticated blend of stylistic and theoretical techniques, distinguishes his work from that of other Arab novelists. The dissertation serves as a bridge between classical Arabic rhetorical traditions and contemporary linguistic theories, providing valuable insights into Al-Kawni's literary contributions and enriching the broader field of Arabic narrative studies.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Saleh Ali Abdulnabi. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Mforth Anthony Ambe will be introduced to you by Professor Pillay.
The Southern Cameroon question, which has come to be known as the Anglophone problem, has drawn international attention as a result of the physical and spectacular violence that has recently engulfed the region. Central and essential to this study is the concept of subtle violence, which is regarded as injury by infringement. The study investigates how subtle violence was generated in southern Cameroons, the Anglophone Cameroon, because of the reunification of southern Cameroons and the Republic of Cameroon, Francophone Cameroon, from 1961 to 2016, and how this led to the physical and spectacular violence the region has been experiencing since the advent of democracy and multi-party politics in the 1990s. The concept of subtle violence, as applied in this study, extends our understanding of this major crisis.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Mforth Anthony Ambe. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Ingabiria Clemens will be introduced to you by Professor Antia.
Definitions are the focus of the dissertation by Ingabire Clemens. She establishes defining as an important academic speech art, which has regrettably received short shrift with demonstrable negative consequences for student success. To unpack the multiple dimensions of definitions, she compares the speech art in the textbooks and assessment tasks of two disciplines, namely medical biosciences and linguistics. The analysis is at once novel and eclectic, drawing as it does on philosophical and terminological traditions to defining, as well as on speech act theory, legitimation code theory, systemic functional linguistics, and the academic literacy model. She then uses the insights to propose a curriculum and a pedagogy for definitions.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Ingabire Clemens. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Lamli Digo will be introduced to you by Dr. Mukapela.
Isihloko sophando. Lahlubo lwempophomobuciko yale mihla. Novel isiXhosa. Ukhozi olumaphiko uMandlela. Eko isentabeni bambe tshoni. Oluphando nzulu lusebenzisa uncwadi njengenyathelo lokufanela isiXhosa indawo ubunzululwazi bophando swaya kwiinqobo ezityekethe lasentshona elibuyevulelayo ubuAfrika kwanobunkcubentlalo bama-Afrika. Iimbono bunzululwazi ezisetyenzisiweyo zezityhila ubuqele bama-Afrika bokusebenzisa uncwadi lomlomo ekuqinisekiseni ucwangco nobuntu kwinkcubeko-ntlalo kantu. Oku kudandaliswe ngokusebenzisa izithako zobunzululwazi bama-Afrika, obenkumbulo, obenkcubeko-ntlalo nezopolitiko kwanobamasiko nezithethe. Oluphando nzulu lubhentsisa ubuchule boncwadi ekubhentsiseni imiba yentlalo politiko, ezoqoqosho, ulwimi kwanamava asenokuba libali elifikwe kwimbali okanye imbali eqhushekwe kwibali. Oluphando nzulu lubonisa ngobuqele oboyame kuAfrika nobokunambitha uncwadi ma-Afrika.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Namli. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Fari Hassan will be introduced to you by Dr. Said.
That will be Fakhri Hassan's critical and analytical study of Sadiq Nahum's novel In Mecca ila Huna, the constructive and structural approaches. The study attaches great importance to the literary and artistic value of narrative discourse of the Libyan author Sadiq Nahum in his novel Min Mecca ila Huna by relying on the mechanism of both the structural and deconstructive approaches in order to decipher the hieroglyphs and ciphers of the text and extrapolate its implication and semantic dimension. Moreover, the study also investigates the transformation of the meaning of the text between the structuralism and the deconstructive theories, and monitors the relationship between the novel and the reader, and in the interpretation between them.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Fari Hassan. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Koketso Kapa will be introduced to you by Prof. Pack.
Studying the linguistic landscape, affect, language, and space. This study explores the contemporary discussion of the body in social linguistics. It focuses on 3 unique bodily case studies made prominent in the South African media landscape during 2016 to 2018, specifically the 3 naked women during hashtag Fees Must Fall, hashtag Kasimlungu, and hashtag Menotrash. The study uses a qualitative research designed to investigate these 3 cases, utilizing multimodal critical discourse analysis as the primary analytical framework. Through these case studies, Koki shows how inequality is experienced as an embodied phenomenon and often inequitably expressed through the media. Notably, while the authoring of the body shows agency, the reading of the body shows the limits of agency. The findings contribute to the fields of multimodal studies, linguistic landscapes, linguistic citizenship, and gender studies. Well,
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Koketso Kapa. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Rivelani Maluleke will be introduced to you by Dr. Mafofo.
The thesis title is Morphosyntactic Patterns in Chitsonga Focus on Verbal Extensions. The study was an extensive description analysis of the morphophonological and syntactic features of Chitsonga to gain new theoretical insights and contribute to language documentation and development. Drawing insights from comparative Bantu studies and using elicitation and document analysis methods, the study provided a comprehensive analysis of a selection of 10 Chitsonga verbal extensions. One of the key findings was that some of the combination of Chitsonga verbal extension did not adhere to the expected patterns suggested by scholarship of Bantu languages. The study contributes to developing and documenting the Chitsonga language in both spoken and written forms, and for teaching and learning in South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, and other countries where related varieties are spoken.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Rivelani Maluleke. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Mary Mbewe will be introduced to you by Prof. Rasool.
Mary Mbewe makes a radical contribution
to museum studies and the history of anthropology in Africa. With close archival reading, astute conceptual tools, and bold methodological use of photographs, Mbewe is able to analyze the violent modes of knowledge extraction that in turn feed into ongoing epistemic problems in the contemporary museum system that present artifacts as authentic, transparent, and ahistorical. Her tracking of the history of initiation and the changes it underwent in both colonial and post-colonial periods centers on female empowerment and disempowerment, where coercive collecting practices deepened the desacralization of female-oriented practices and artifacts, especially in a context of Zambia's nationalist repression of therapeutic insurgency.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Mary Mbewe. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Johannes Mouton will be introduced to you by Prof. Unradi.
A core assumption of missional theology is that that messengers may become the uneasy recipients of their own message. In England and the United States, this means that missional churches are confronted with their tacit legitimation of the dominant culture. Missional theology oddly became popular in the South African context after 1994. In this study, Mouton, minister in the Dutch Reformed Church, bravely observes that churches that use missional theology for self-description need to face the image in the mirror. Whiteness remains the proverbial elephant in the room. He identifies 8 aspects of the concept of whiteness and uses that as lenses to analyze how South African missional discourse addresses or fails to address these. He concludes that such churches indeed do not understand their own message yet.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Johannes Mouton. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Jolene Phillips will be introduced to you by Professor Samuel.
Ms. Jolene Phillips' PhD thesis in English Studies was researched through a practice-based methodology, and her thesis, Bintang's Cave, a transdisciplinary study of marginality in the epic in Afrikaans, included an award-winning counter-epic poem in Afrikaans about a marginalized woman known as Bintang. who was a Khoisan in the coastal region of the Southern Cape near Hermanus. Ms. Phillips' thesis included a dramatic interpretation of her poem, a translation into English, as well as a critical study of the epic literary tradition in select 20th century Afrikaans poems.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Jolene Phillips. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Phokeng Sitai will be introduced to you by Prof. Gillespie.
Phokeng Setai's PhD charts the rise of Black African curators since the first International Art Biennial in Sub-Saharan Africa in 1990. Accompanying the meteoric rise of contemporary African art, African curators have become important practitioners in repositioning African aesthetics in the wake of the colonial project. Setai analyzes the lives and works of 3 contemporary Black African curators, Boyo Kuo, Done Ejabe, and Gabi Ngobo. He situates their work in the lineage of the explosive Pan-Africanist anti-colonial art festivals on the continent during the 1960s and 70s, but also in a close reading of their own biographies. The study suggests that several strategies can be read from their practice, including critical translation, self-organization, Black kinship work, and ukupanda.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Phokeng Sitai. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Warwick Sweeney will be introduced to you by Prof. van der Merwe.
Thank you. It's a privilege to read this on behalf of my colleague, Professor Millman. Signal to Noise, Sonic Reflections on the South African Transition Period, 1984 to 1998. Mr. Warwick Sweeney's PhD thesis in English Studies was researched through a practice-based methodology. His thesis, Signal to Noise, Sonic Reflections on the South African Transition Period, is a memoir of his involvement with Shifty Studios, a small independent mobile recording studio in Johannesburg between 1983 and 1997, which produced a range of influential anti-apartheid music from Mahalasela and Sankomata to Mumbuli and Rampolokeng. The memoir is intertwined with the critical cultural study incorporating the fields of music, sound, biography, history, and literature.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Warwick Sweeney. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Menzi Tango will be introduced to you by Professor Schuler.
Menzi Tango's thesis presents an analysis of official languages policies and their relationship to everyday language use in multilingual bank settings in the Free State Province. This thesis suggests that language used by Free State Province banks in their signage and official documents, such as loan contracts, are written in English, whereas the majority of customers are speakers of African languages, such as Sesotho. The thesis submits that the current language situation in the Free State Province banks indicates that banks adopt monolingual language policies. This goes against the constitutional mandate and the language policy of the provincial government, which asserts that the official languages are Afrikaans, English, Sesotho, isiXhosa, isiZulu, and Setswana. The thesis recommends that banks must respect and abide by the laws of the country. They must address the issue of all official languages to be incorporated and used as the languages of business and communication.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Menzi Tango. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Helgert Michael Janse van Rensburg will be introduced to you by Prof. Conradi.
Michael Janse van Rensburg is a layperson in the Assemblies of God, where we encountered the divisiveness caused by creationism. Engaging with creationism led him to the work of the Lutheran theologian Ted Peters. Peters is an influential exponent of what is called theistic evolution, seeking to do justice to both the whole work of God and an evolutionary worldview. In this study, Michael analyzes 4 core aspects addressed by any form of theistic evolution, namely randomness, divine action, natural suffering, and human uniqueness. He offers a typology on each of these aspects and then carefully analyzes and assesses Peters' position against this background. This provides a lucid way forward to assess other contributions to theistic evolution, not least within the context of the Assemblies of God.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Helgert Michael Janse van Rensburg. Doctor of Theology.
Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Cassandra Zita Karls will now be introduced to you by Professor Saval.
Honorable Vice-Chancellor, I read the citation on behalf of the supervisory panel. Cassandra Karls explored the significant public health issue of alcohol consumption and its association with risky sexual behavior among young adults in the Western Cape. Using a complex multi-methods design, she conducted an extensive systematic review
an in-depth qualitative study, and a large-scale quantitative survey. Her research revealed key individual and social factors driving these behaviors. Significantly, her study illuminated that these behaviors are artifacts of South Africa's unique socio-historical context and subsequent experiences of intergenerational oppression. Her work significantly contributes to our understanding of these complex issues and underscores the importance of targeted interventions and social policies to reduce risk and promote positive health behaviors among young adults. Honorable Vice-Chancellor, her dedication and scholarly contributions exemplify the highest standards of academic excellence.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Cassandra Zita Carls. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Sharon Kiplagat will now be introduced to you by Dr. Tanya Style.
Non-communicable diseases are the leading cause of death globally. Sharon Kiplagat developed, implemented, and evaluated the effectiveness of a meticulously designed school-based health risk intervention addressing NCD risk factors among high school learners. A four-phase study utilized a concurrent embedded strategy of mixed methods that enabled a thorough engagement with the research questions, thereby elevating the significance of the thesis conclusions. The 8-week intervention has shown a significant improvement in NCD knowledge, self-efficacy to refuse alcohol and tobacco, increased fruit intake, improved engagement in physical activity, and the intention to live a healthy life. It serves as a platform for agencies to step to the fore in addressing NCD risk factors in Kenya.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Philosophy on Sharon Kiplagat. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Frans Mantosi will now be presented to you by Dr. Carlse.
Thesis is entitled The Development of Guidelines for Screening and Pre-Service Training of Prospective Foster Parents in a Selected Province in South Africa. Mr. Mantosi explored the gap relating to research in screening and pre-service training of prospective foster parents in Limpopo Province of South Africa, policies pertaining to foster care from organizations were analyzed, and 2 scoping reviews were conducted that informed the topics for the focus groups and workshops with experts and foster parents in the field of child protection, resulting in guidelines for screening and training of foster parents in the selected province. These guidelines can be used and tailored to suit the context-specific needs of screening and pre-service training of foster parents in South Africa.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Frans Mantosi. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Farai Munyai will now be presented to you by Prof. van Wyk.
The title of Farai's thesis is Closing the Treatment Gap, Developing Interventions to Improve Treatment Outcomes for Unsuppressed Adolescents in Windhoek, Namibia. In spite of rapid advances in treatment regimens and widespread rollout of antiretroviral therapy globally, adolescents living with HIV struggle to attain treatment success in the form of viral suppression. Farai conducted a multi-phase sequential mixed method study to analyze the treatment gaps that led to viral non-suppression in adolescents living with HIV in Windhoek, Namibia. A systematic review of interventions to improve viral non-suppression in adolescents living with HIV, analysis of routine health data, assessment of national policy, and in-depth qualitative studies revealed critical implementation gaps in treating adolescents living with HIV and gave rise to recommendations for improving the HIV program and service delivery in Namibia. His doctoral work produced 7 peer-reviewed journal publications.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Farai Munyai. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Zizepo Nguza will now be introduced to you.
I'm reading the citation on behalf of my colleague, Professor van der Westhuizen. Thesis title is Psychosocial Support to Social Work Students at Previously Disadvantaged Universities. Framed in the holistic approach to education, Zizepo's study explored academic and psychosocial challenges amongst student social workers at previously disadvantaged universities to identify support needed towards academic success and personal well-being. From a constructivist paradigm, the explanatory sequential mixed method research approach was followed. 99 students and 7 social work educators participated in the survey and focus group interviews. The findings emanated in a context and discipline-specific supported education framework that contribute to students' personal and professional development and academic success and completion of studies. A significant feature is that the framework includes educational and psychosocial needs of students, as well as required resources and role players to support students effectively.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of philosophy on Zizepo Nguza. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Letitia Perlmull will now be introduced to you. She was supervised by Professor Nikki Roman. Her thesis is Fostering Student Success, examining the interactive relationship between core beliefs, emotional intelligence, psychological well-being, and academic achievement. Low graduation rates and excessive attrition present significant challenges to student success, especially for marginalized populations globally. Letitia Perlmull investigated how core beliefs, emotional intelligence, and psychological well-being affect academic achievement to create an integrated model for student success. The model highlights the importance of emotional intelligence and underscores the need to include context, culture, and non-cognitive factors such as spirituality, growth mindset, and multidimensional well-being. An integrated, holistic approach to student success is needed, advocating for transformation in teaching and learning practices, policy frameworks, and proactive support systems that partner with all students as co-constructors of their success. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Letitia Permel. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Sharon Jade September will now be introduced to you. Her supervisor was Professor Nicolette Roman. The thesis was the development of an ecological model examining the pathways of psychosocial risk and protective factors in early childhood development. The first 2,000 days of a child's life significantly impact their development. Understanding risk and protective factors is crucial for optimal child development. Sharon September developed an ecological model to examine the pathways of psychological risk and protective factors in early childhood development using a three-phase sequential exploratory mixed methodology design. The model suggests complex dynamics shape developmental trajectories through direct and indirect effects across surrounding systems. The study provides comprehensive recommendations for holistic child development, emphasizing early intervention, trauma-informed practices, family support, community partnerships, and rigorous research methodologies to improve child development outcomes across diverse populations and contexts. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Sharon Jade September. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate, Gloria Siseko, will now be introduced to you by Prof. Matole.
Gloria conducted a pre-post intervention study in a Namibian regional hospital on maternity and quality of care. The study demonstrated that every mother, every newborn can reasonably measure quality of care and improve maternal newborn care and stillbirth. Women admitted to maternity wards were observed for admission, labor, and delivery, and also the maternal records were reviewed. Gloria found that hospital maternal perinatal death, surveillance and response, quality improvement program, improved quality of care, indicators, and reduced childbirth and newborn in maternal health care. This work was the first in Namibia and in the region to show improvement in mortality-related deaths, and its introduction is being cited in Namibia and globally.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Gloria Siseko. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Nesto Tarimo will now be introduced to you by Dr. Stale.
The high prevalence of hypertension exacts a tremendous public health burden. No contextually country-specific health promotion intervention exists for the management of hypertension in Malawi. Nesto study is the first health promotion program developed for the management of hypertension in Malawi. He developed an iteratively designed health promotion program in 3 rigorous phases of research. His use of the convergent parallel mixed method design enabled a comprehensive engagement with the research questions, thereby elevating the relevance of the thesis conclusions. The study findings can make a meaningful contribution to the management of hypertension in Malawi. It will be informative to the Ministry of Health and healthcare professionals working in healthcare facilities and community settings in Malawi. In addition to pharmacological management, its inclusion could curb the rise in hypertension.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Nesto Tarimo. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Victoire Ticha will now be introduced to you by Professor Bimru.
A study aimed to develop a training program for nurses to improve adherence counseling of people living with HIV co-infected with TB in Kalita Health Sub-District. An intervention mapping approach that includes qualitative and quantitative design to gather empirical data followed by a nominal group techniques was followed. The study concluded that positive perceptions and attitudes on adherence counseling together with nurses' knowledge can be improved despite systemic barriers that are not in their frame of control. Training program curtailed to address the domain identified by the end users was developed using the result from an integrative review, identifying key factors for successful program as a framework.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Victoire Ticha. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Mzukizi Kweso will now be introduced to you by Professor Schenk.
In the rural villages along the N2 in the Eastern Cape Province, groups of women collect scrap metal and e-waste, transported over 500 kilometers to be sold to scrap metal dealers in Durban. Through a collective case study, the livelihoods of 35 scrap metal collectors were analyzed using a sustainable livelihood framework. The study highlights the multiple innovative strategies employed by the participants to secure their means of subsistence. The study conveyed a sense of dignity held by the women. They take great pride in their self-employment, their ability to provide for their families. They recognize the importance of the collective support they provide one another. Recommendations are made for the incorporation of the women into local development plans and initiatives.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Mzukisi Kweso. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Wilfred Guripira will now be introduced to you by Dr. Matole.
Wilfred did a study to monitor and evaluate policy implementation process of integrating palliative care to health system in Harare, Zimbabwe. Study contributes to the Healthcare Board of Knowledge by demonstrating how complex system thinking and implementation science can be combined to understand and implement health intervention in this context in research-limited settings. It explores the volatility, uncertainty, and fragmentation of linear top-down approach to policy implementation. The effects of COVID-19 pandemic also added another layer of complexity. The study developed a combination and a comprehensive of a multidimensional framework to guide the implementation of a policy and showed how health policy and system research can be embedded in a real-world setting.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Wilfred Guripira.
Chancellor, the candidate Harkiran Segal will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Professor Iji.
Ms. Segal's thesis entitled Restorative Justice and Victims of Sexual Violence, a critique of the victim participation, came under the Rome Statute of the International Criminal. The thesis examines the legal regime governing victim participation under Article 68, Paragraph 3 of the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, ICC. This provision grants victims the right to participate in ICC proceedings as a way of balancing the goals of retributive justice and restorative justice. This is drawn on Van Nys and his strong theory of restorative justice to analyze the ICC's practice of using common legal representatives, the LRO, who act on behalf of victims during proceedings. The thesis concludes that the use of CLRO undermines victims' right to participation in the ICC and defeats the purpose of Article 68, Paragraph 3 of the Rome Statute. To resolve this conundrum, the candidate proposes a victim-centered approach to victim participation at the ICC.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Laws on Harkiran Segal. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Lisa Natalie Draga will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Dr. Fick.
Lisa Draga's thesis is entitled Feeding Inequality, access to equal education, feeder zones, and former Model C schools. This thesis examined the effect of feeder zones on equitable access to schools in South Africa. South Africa's basic education system remains deeply unequal. It is difficult for black and poor children to access good public schools because they are usually situated in richer, whiter areas. South Africa's current laws mostly allow schools to determine their own feeder zones for admission purposes. A feeder zone is an area from which a school accepts its core intake. Often, these good public schools in richer neighborhoods exclude black and poor children through the use of feeder zones by limiting their feeder zones to their immediate surroundings. This feeds inequality. This thesis explored how feeder zones could rather be used to promote equitable access to these good public schools.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Lisa Draga. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Tsotsetse Makong will now be introduced to you by the co-supervisor, Professor Lenham.
Makong's thesis titled Assessing the Implementation Viability of the Abuja Treaty in Establishing the African Economic Community describes how Africa's integration efforts have been guided by the Abuja Treaty, culminating in the African Continental Free Trade Area. However, the treaty's reliance on Balassa's neoclassical theory has made its implementation challenging. The regional economic communities also adhere to this theory, creating a disconnect from the integration goals of the Abuja Treaty. Tsotsetse proposes a new organic and eclectic integration model, which combines economic and non-economic aspects under a unified legal framework. The model includes cross-border public-private partnerships and an accountability system for transitioning regional economic community competencies to the organic and eclectic integration model.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Tsotsetse Makong.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Art on the following candidates: Ludime Fiona Ali, cum laude. Nande Bija. Jamie Conway. Samantha Lee Dafu. Tina Digo. Welin Jafta. Onela Christiane Kasango. Kala Lint. Basitsana Malubane. Asisi Ndude. Danielle Stevens, cum laude. Sean Stein. Anika Abrams. Nadia Awanga. Rhoda Diaz cum laude. Candice Johnston. Brandon Martin. Zonke Mchekula. Ahmad Steenkamp. Shahid Tobias. Wendy Vermaak. Patrick Joseph. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Theology on the following candidate: Chisney Franz. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Honors Arts honors on the following candidates: Tasrika Cedrus, Aiden Daniels, Raja Majid, Pijamaro Fisachi, Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts on the following candidates: Lishke Robin Abrams, Wilson Vernon Abrams, Tatum Africa, Afton Zanta Andrew, Caitlin August, Kirsten Amy Brown, Ashton Abigail Seister, Kanya Purity Lulu, Annalisa Vera Dulangai, Daisy Lee Eden, Robin Alex Fisher, Benon Fransman, Bongekas Mangele Kamede, Inati Gogela, Casey Lauren Goldsmith, Jotham Goliath, Pamela Gom, Zoe Mariah Herr. Lee Mary Harris. Rania Hendricks. Sandria Ishmael. Refe Matla Khwapa. Sinomta Kobokana. Siamtanda Kuze. Mikhail Lobsher. Kamva Mabope. Nonhlanhla Mabotjana. Anita Makamba. Potatso Madela. Anam Makopeni. Matapelo Mashaba. Sefiso Manyakanyaka. Cheslin Martin. Michaela Matthews. Andile Nelimbatha. Lona Mbono. Owetu Mdichwa. Riabetsu Mukwena. Masejo Mulibatse. Lebogang Mphahlele. Zamadei Odwa Ndudane. Nontando Anita Ngomane. Zelia Nichols. Pitsi Keletsunyaka. Patiswa Nyangiwe. Axole Nziweni. Kanyisile Corrida Oberman. Aiden Oliver. Tenjelwa Panda. Terin Pedro. Riatile Pori. Asiphe Kambi. Naledi Kosha. Bianca Rida. Amir Muhammad Sheikh. Ayabulela Ndiko Sikasana. Andra Amber Chandra Smith. Adib Talib. Asipile Deka. Walid Tibus. Jason Lee Thomas. Jeremy Tasmin Williams. Hannah Zeman. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Library and Information Studies on the following candidates. Johan Conrad. Aviwe Godloza. Asihle Mpukumpa.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Arts Psychology on the following candidates. Mersha Samuels. Tugida Basadin. Shannon Ferreira. Kelsey Fraser. Noah Holland. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Arts, Child and Family Studies on the following candidate. Busiswa Patosi. Vice-Chancellor. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Arts in Sport, Recreation and Exercise Science on the following candidate. Danica Stevens. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Nursing on the following candidates. Rochelle Bailey. Sharnay Cordon. Josephat Rotish. Tamaya Martin. Megan Grace Gladys Peterson. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Psychology on the following candidates. Tembelihle Dube. Tabisa Khai Mapoma. Zainab Kader. Pranita Reddy. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Public Health Nutrition on the following candidate. Morongoa Ntlah Hako. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Master of Public Health on the following candidates. Pumelele Buthelezi. Nduduzo Dube. Timothy Mhangwa. Nkobile Moketi. Don Tafatswa Mvududu. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Occupational Therapy on the following candidates. Megan Alexander. Daniela Forward. Last, Machingura. John van der Berg. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Physiotherapy on the following candidates. Khadija Barkley. Aisha Gabriels. Umar Jacob. Huda Karim. Yugeshni Ludik. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Nutrition on the following candidate. Sikumbulele Joni. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Social Work on the following candidates. Janine DeLang. Janine DeLang, cum laude. Johan Fourie. Peter Kuras. Patrick Mentor. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honours, Sport, Recreation and Exercise Science, Megan Ernsten. Zakira Fraser. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honours, Biokinetics, Blade Lutz. Jordan Willenberg. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts, Honours Psychology, Nozuko Anthea Ndlodlo. Azra Henriks. Tahir Jassim. Shaishanique Seister. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours, Biokinetics on the following candidate, Ewan Berger. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Postgraduate Diploma in Child and Family Studies on the following candidate, Henry Fritz. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts, Sport, Recreation and Exercise Science on the following candidates, Nangwa Ndwabana. Chadwin Henry Robertson. Imran Samai. Masibulele Shoba. Somila Nochokovu. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Nursing and Midwifery on the following candidates. Mujahideen Benjamin. Ongeziwe Kekwana. Nokulunga Ladla. Kimberly Dryden. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Nursing on the following candidates. Renetse Kabanyana. Lebogang Mohale. Caroline Ngube. Science on the following candidates. Aidan Poole. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Dietetics on the following candidates, Zimbingona Pakade Balindlevu. Brittany Brittany Blackburn. Danisile Madichache. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Social Work on the following candidates. Tinilil Nietling.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master in Public Administration on the following candidates. Lichle Klaas. Benita Peterson, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Administration on the following candidate. Xolile Majola. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Arts on the following candidates. Chase de Villiers. Chandre Meyer. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Commerce on the following candidates. Ray Jesse Bailey. Kayla Bennett. Lauren Daniels. Sinokolo Hermanus, cum laude. Hakima Jeffries. Mercy Kambizi. Nontandazo Kochli. Shawekazi Ngudlwa, cum laude. Linda Peterson. Simone Pipers. Bonisile Saki. Aluta Tiali. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Development Studies on the following candidates. Naila Furnival. Valma Hendricks. Sihle Mapukata. Robin Pritchard. I was just waiting. Shafika Sali. Devota Uama Horo. Linda Kahari. Franz Kobi. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts Honours on the following candidates. Anissa Brinkhuis. Mikhail Karim. Zukania Mahlaza. Mikhlali Kabaka. O'Day Williams. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Development Studies Honours on the following candidates. Mercy Africa. Nkosinati Chibi. Naledi Loni. Loiso Malambisa. Mikhlali Nkonki. Pendile Sikauti. Cele Zuko. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Administration Honours on the following candidates. Mozanne Bartman. Tiffany Isaacs. Swazi Mhlanga. Luluto Ndevu. Megan Mentor. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours on the following candidates. Faith Jacobs. Muhammad Amir Thompson. Christopher Robertson. Liam Smith. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours in Finance on the following candidates. Sifundo Kumalo. Lucky Matendra. Cassandra Shivuri. Ceci Sitole. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours in Management on the following candidates. Sinokolo Ganjana. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Economics Honours on the following candidate. Nhlaluko Mhlongo. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in Business Administration on the following candidates. Kayla Adams. Sipokazi Toto. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce on the following candidates. Nkosinati Jula. Amber Wallen. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Economics, Development Economics on the following candidate. George Kalula.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Law in International Trade on the following candidates. Suzanne Hinda. Nombuso Msibi. Jill Musa Sinjoki.
Abdullah Adams, okay.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Laws on the following candidates. Abdullah Adam. Terry Francis Brown. Shafiq Davids. Shanaz Kasim Musa. Gabrielle Ellis. Genu. Sabile Genu. Shane Hull. Clifford Pierre Lewis. Tafatswa Kamushinda. Kirby Malchas. Anita Makabuka. Renyakaletse Morake. Chegofatso Mumba. Andisiwe Mzingalwa. Bradwin Nathaniel. Simvile Nonkula. Lubabalo Ncholo. Terence Colts. Sibuniso Shabangu. Ethel Tron. Stephanie Tablanche. Eric Titus. Ndivuo Chikota. Mesh. Michelle van der Vent. Wandile Kaba. Yolanda Tiala. Chante Williams. Petula Shakata. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Philosophy on the following candidate: Tembani Mbalantiana. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in labor law on the following candidates: Ms. Wabantu Manisi. Boyani Schwane. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in public law on the following candidates: Nomvoyiso Fanishe. Lorenzo Fortain. Okay, well, they will do it. Mpumelelo Hendricks. Iboeng Lensu. Lebuhang Longo. Edwin Myla. Ilyas Marokane. Farelo Mukwevo. Nicolene Peters. Justin Plaikis. George van der Westhuizen. Siamkela Zozi. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the Advanced Diploma in Labour Law on the following candidates. Patrick Mabinza. Sibonkiseni Mlambo. Melissa Mkelemba. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce on the following candidates. Nuha Adams. Onkarabile Maimela. Storm Pochenpoel. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Laws on the following candidates. Kopolang Lekwana. Sisanda. Sisanda Bokang Molefe. Avela Ndalase. Wanga Nemutsivade. Pindulu Ratzuma. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the higher certificate in forensic examination on the following candidates. Rita Abdurrahman. Mawande Slashleni. Natasha Koenig.
Three hours. Probably the longest graduation ceremony that I've ever officiated at. But I did ask you to get comfortable. Many of you would know that after 10 years, I'm stepping down at the end of December. Now, I'm not complaining about the length of these graduation ceremonies because I've only got one more to go. Doctors, you have my compliments. You've earned your title. Make sure that people use it. If they call you Mama, it is Dr. Mama. If they call you Gogo, it is Dr. Gogo. And the rest of you, I hope, the moment you were tapped, when you went back to your seat, I hope you changed your email signature because you now have new initials after your name. Registrar, I did it again. There's a clip circulating around about a horrible mistake that I made in graduation. So I have the cap in the one hand, and I have the graduation booklet in the other hand, and I'm trying to follow the proceedings, Mos. I want to Mos also be involved. And then the one student, and I apologize profusely, instead of capping her, I booked her. Colleagues, parents, family, please join me in once more congratulating our students. Students, thank you. Students, you are here because of your own hard work, your diligence, applying yourself. But you also know there are many who held your hand, who supported you, who enabled you to be here today. So I'd like you to stand, raise your certificates, and find your parent, your loved one in the audience and say thank you to them. Thank you. While you are standing, please acknowledge your supervisors, your lecturers, and your mentors. Thank you. We just have one more thing to do, and that is to say thank you to our mothers and fathers with the normal graduation song. Do we have it? If you know, please participate.
DJ,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know I started it, but I must stop. Thank you. I'm not sure who else finds themselves in the same boat, but I need to get to a bathroom. So this congregation of the University of the Western Cape is now dissolved.
I've been moving calm, start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. and cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, it was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hope that sometimes I won't. I feel good, sometimes I don't. I finesse down Western Road. Might go down to G.O.D. I go hard on Southside G. I make sure that Northside eat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things. They listen on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things. They listen on me. Yeah. Hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I ain't got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, no. Someone watching in close. Yep, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road. Hey, might go down as G.O.D. Yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G. Hey, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. Yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things. And they wishing on me. Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things. They wishing on me. Yeah.